All right, it is Magic Marlon Moraes, man. Always good to see you, my brother. Just want to ask you how are you holding up in quarantine life, man? This is a new life for us all. How are you holding up there, man?
Everything is sorry. I have to move here. Everything good. I'm surviving. Taking care of the family, and I'm training. I have a fight scheduled, and I'm doing the best I can to stay ready to train and show up June 13 ready.
I hear the kid in the background, man. That's awesome. That's life for everybody these days, man.
Yeah, we can't stop. It's hard.
Well, let's talk about it. I mean, you mentioned having a fight. I mean, originally we know June 13th in Kazakhstan against Petr Yan. I mean, that's only about 7 weeks away from right now if it's the original date. So just wanted to find out. I mean, what's the latest you've heard? I mean, do you know what's going on? I know there's a lot going on right now, but kind of what are the assumptions that you're preparing under?
Yeah, I heard the fight's still happening, but it's not gonna be in Kazakhstan, and I think it's gonna be here in US, and we'll see. Whatever they make it happen, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna be ready.
What do you think about Peter as an opponent? I mean, obviously he doesn't have quite the experience that you have in big fights, but stylistically, I think for the fans, it seems like a fun fight on paper. But what do you think about him overall as an opponent?
I think he's a very good fighter. I think he's one of the top contenders right now in the UFC. Like skill wise, I think he's good everywhere. He can fight everywhere, and it's a good fight for me. It's a fight that puts me back up there. I had a fight. I fought for the title. I lost, and in my opinion, he should be next for the title, but he didn't get the title shot and he needs opponent, and I raise my hand, let's fight this guy. And you have to challenge yourself and fight with the best, and this is what I'm aiming to do. I think he's one of the best out there, and nothing better to test yourself with guys with that caliber.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You said you thought it might be here in the United States. We keep hearing about this Fight Island thing as well. Obviously, he's an internationally based fighter. I mean, if they need you to leave the United States and go to wherever this Fight Island thing is that something you're open to, or have you started researching that at all?
Yes, definitely. I'm not researching, but the time I have now, I'm training. And but if they need me to go somewhere, I'm gonna raise my hand too. I'm gonna go. I don't care. I'm gonna fight him. That's the fight. That's the fight I signed for. And whatever they want to make it happen, I'm gonna fly there.
I like it. You mentioned your training. Everybody's having to do things a little bit different right now. So, how is your training going, man? What kind of adaptations have you made? What's the process that you're doing to stay safe, obviously during this time, but still get properly ready for a top level fight?
Yeah, we don't have like as many partners because we're not allowed to have the number of a lot of people in the gym. We're keeping simple, but I'm doing the best I can, and I believe everyone at ATT is doing the best for us. Thanks to Dan Lambert, always behind us there. I don't know him long time, but for the time I know him, I seen him taking care of everything, making sure everyone can get time and can get good training.
Marlon, you've been very respectful along this process of saying, listen, I know I had my title shot and I lost. I'm going to work back. And, you weren't upset about Jose Aldo getting a title shot, even though you won the fight. But I'm curious, Dominic Cruz steps in. Certainly you can't question what he's accomplished all time, but hasn't been around. So when that was the call that was made, what were your thoughts? I mean, did that one bother you at all? Did you feel like, okay, I know I said I was fine with Aldo, but hold on, I'm not fine with this one?
Yeah, but to be honest with you, it bothered me less than seeing Aldo getting that title shot because Dominic Cruz have a story in the division, and I thought he didn't lost the fight. His last fight with the his fight no his last fight was with Cody Garbrandt, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now that one he definitely lost, but Dominic Cruz won the belt, and he had so many problems with injuries. I'm a big fan of Dominic Cruz too. I see him. I see the passion he has for the sport. And he just can't get going. He just can't stay healthy. He keep getting hurt, And when you hear something like that, you can't get mad. I'm not mad at all, man. The guy deserves to fight. He's one of the best ever to step in that octagon in the 135 division. And I heard the Petr Yan couldn't get the visa to fight, and he was one of the options too. So why not? Why not give to Dominic Cruz? He's such a big name. I think it's good for the division having him back, and I hopefully he can stay healthy. But if he can't stay healthy, man, give this guy one more opportunity. Let's see what he can do. Maybe it can be the last time he will be able to fight for the title. And that's my opinion. My humble opinion.
Yeah, no doubt. It's an amazing story. He's definitely probably a future Hall of Famer. Talk about the rest of the division because this is an important fight. Like you and Petr Yan, probably a #1 contender fight, but you got guys like Aljamain Sterling. You got guys like Corey Sandhagen, who's a little bit newer to the game. But, both those guys, they're saying, hey, what about us? What about the work we've put in? So what are you thinking? I mean, you go out there and beat Petr Yan. Are you in front of them or do they still deserve to be in front of you?
No, I agree with you. That's guys out there, Sterling is there. Sandy Hagen's there too. So many guys now coming. Aldo's is on the division. Frank is coming to 135. I see other tough guys in the division. Pedro Munoz is a tough guy too. That's so many good guys. I see 8 tough fights in the 135 division. We just got to get the ball going. We got to get that title on the line more times. And like you just said, Sterling, I think Sterling is almost there. He's right there for the shot, but I believe he was injured. He could not take this fight. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I believe he's one of the that deserve. And I'm here. I'm here to fight. I'm here to fight anybody and deserve another shot and put shows for the fans.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Listen, I know I think of you as a positive guy, man. You always got a smile on your face. You always got good energy. But this is a tough time for everybody, man, right? I mean, this is a weird world that we're living in. So I'm curious, what's been your mental attitude, man, to keep that positive attitude that you always have? What have you focused on? What has your thought process been? What's it been like for you to keep positive energy?
Man, my passion it's be with my family, and it's hard, because you uncertain, you don't know what's gonna happen. And what I'm been trying to do is stay with them, help my kids, play with my kids, enjoy the time I have with them. But it's kind of tough for me, not just for me, but for most of the guys that have a fight coming up, because I supposed to have a fight, because I gotta go train, do everything I do daily, and still I gotta be on quarantine. But quarantine is home. You gotta work. You gotta do things. You gotta entertain your family, your kids, and have a downtime. And for me, being busier because it's training, come home and do a lot of things. At least I don't stop and I don't think about it. I think this way is better for me.
No doubt about it, man. Well, listen, it's hopefully it happens June 13th. I mean, we're all excited for the UFC schedule to get back to normal. Give me an idea, Marlon. What's your goal in this fight, man? I mean, are you going out there trying to make a statement and prove that you deserve a title shot again, or are you trying to understand that maybe it'll take a little bit longer and just go get a win? I mean, what's the idea coming out of June 13th?
Make a statement, I'm fighting a tough guy, a good opponent, but I know how tough I am, how good I am, and let's clash and show. He deserve it, I deserve too, and let's see who's gonna get it.